THEATRHYTHM Final Fantasy Curtain Call is the Final Fantasy rhythm game I was waiting for, and today I want to talk about this awesome game from my gaming collection. I love rhythm games, always have, ever since probably the PlayStation 1 days when I would go out to maybe Scandia and different arcades, and my brother introduced me to a little game called Dance Dance Revolution, and I jumped onto that mat and I played my heart until my heart was content. And then eventually, it kind of just snowballed, right? Over the years, over the decades, over every single console that would come out, I would buy more of these. At the same time, let's go parallel to that, right? We have Final Fantasy, a series that I started playing. Like, I think that's my first role-playing game that I probably ever played, maybe, dating back to Final Fantasy 3, aka Final Fantasy 6, and then Mystic Quest, Chrono Trigger, and so forth. So to basically combine my loves of those two, a genre and a series into one, and a series, mind you, that is known for its breathtaking music, was just crazy. And as I got my new Nintendo 3DS, I decided to jump on the Nintendo 3DS bandwagon a little later, just because I knew Nintendo would create different iterations of the consoles. My very first game I believe that I purchased was THEATRHYTHM Final Fantasy Curtain Call. That's how much I wanted this game. I remember just following the details of its development. And then when I got my system, I checked on Amazon, and I think it was only 11 to 12 bucks new, and I was very surprised at that price. But I ordered it, got it, played a lot of this, and it's just so much fun. You have hundreds of songs. I believe the back cover says there's like 221 songs. There's downloadable songs from not only Final Fantasy series, but other Square Enix series, such as The World Ends With You, which also has really awesome music. Additionally, each song has 3 difficult levels you can play on, like easy, medium, and hard. You can play touch controls, you can play button controls. So there's a lot of versatility in it. I would play touchscreen sometimes, other times I was too lazy to tap and do that kind of maneuver, so I would just do my hands and use the button controls, depending upon how I felt, so I love the option to be able to do that. I also enjoy the different difficulty levels, because starting off on easy kind of helps you get used to the game controls. Plus there's like some tutorials that right when you start up the game, after you make your profile, in order to get used to how you're going to play this. And then when you feel like you just got that easy down, you can go up another level. And then once you figure out you did that, you did that really well and you got a hold of the medium difficulty, then bump up to the ultimate difficulty. And that will freaking knock your socks off, because I just got done recording all this footage you'll be seeing in this video. And it's pretty intense. It can get pretty intense, but that's what I love. I love a challenge, and THEATRHYTHM Final Fantasy Curtain Call provides that. And not only does it provide challenge, it provides a nostalgia trip for me, because it has all this music from the Final Fantasy games that I mentioned earlier, like Mystic Quest and Final Fantasy 6, and from all the games, from Final Fantasy 1 all the way up till like 14, it has music from every single one. And not only that, they do it in very unique ways. They keep the whole role-playing Final Fantasy aspect. You get to pick your characters, and the characters are from all the Final Fantasy different iterations, the different games, right? So you have Lightning from 13 that you can put in your party, and each character is good in a certain song type. So you have the monster battles, which is your characters are going to be on the right side of the screen and the monster will be on the left side of the screen. And on all these kind of songs, I should say, you have to press the button at the right time. It is a rhythm game. It's a timing-based rhythm game. When the notes hit the right part of the screen, you press a button, and if you do it correctly, then you get higher score. And in this game, you'll deal damage to the monsters, and then you'll end up to get treasures, and you can get items, just like in a role-playing game. You can open up different kind of aspects to the game. It's just crazy. So that's the monster battle mode. You also have an adventure mode where your character is just kind of lollygagging, just walking across the screen, going through different environments to whatever game that's from. So in Final Fantasy 11, you'll be seeing like Final Fantasy 11-esque backgrounds, and your goal is just to press buttons and hold them and use the analog stick to go up and down, or the touchscreen controls to go up and down. It's a blast as well, but it's a different kind of visual experience. And then lastly, you have basically the cutscenes from different games playing in the background, and you press and hold the button or the touchscreen in order to get those notes. So it's just a lot of variety. There's even a quest mode I didn't even touch on, but there's a whole quest mode where you go onto a map, you go to different song nodes, you can pick your routes, and you can get treasures and open up new characters and open up more items, and it's just so crazy that all this is jam-packed into one game. I love the uniform art style. of this kind of cel-shaded-esque picture book. More of like a picture book, not cel-shaded, but like a picture book look that makes all the characters from all the different games just this uniform, cohesive look. The package is great. This is so value-packed. I can't wait to see more of these games. I hope the THEATRHYTHM franchise is not dead and buried, because I know they just did a Kingdom Hearts version that's kind of sort of like this for Nintendo Switch and other consoles. So I would love to see this game specifically get ported to, say, the Switch or PC or whatever, some more consoles, because I just love this experience. This is my two favorite loves into one. It's like peanut butter and chocolate, right? Like Reese's peanut butter cups are awesome. THEATRHYTHM Final Fantasy, awesome, 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 awesome. That's all I have to say about this. I love having it in my collection. I'm glad it's there. I'm glad I picked it up. And I can see myself going back to this from time to time and playing it even to this day. So let me know in the comments, did you play THEATRHYTHM Final Fantasy? Do you like rhythm games? Do you like role-playing games? Do you like Final Fantasy? I would love to hear all your thoughts, memories, and experiences with everything I've talked about today. Thank you for watching a collection video of mine. I love to share my love of video games with you. As always, thanks for joining the party. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and I'll see you in the next exciting collection video.